Guardians, what is up? In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the vendors in Destiny 2. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Royalty, why are you going over the vendors? This is specifically for my new light players. I'm going over the vendors because I did get a question in the comments about where are certain vendors located, and so I decided to do this for the new light players, kind of give you guys some ideas as far as what weapons to go for that are in the focusing of each particular vendor, what's good to go after, and so kind of explain the whole thing of how the vendors work in the game. So we're going to start off first with Zavala. Zavala is going to be over your Vanguard Ops, or used to be called just Vanguard, but you got your ranking up here. You get Ingram, of course, every time you rank up in the game. You have your Prestige, which is the times you have reset your rank. You have your reward track here. You unlock these as you go along through the required ranks. Keep in mind now for bounties, on the bounty side of things, keep in mind that you can get a pinnacle on each individual ritual playlist vendor by completing 8 bounties, and you're guaranteed to get a pinnacle. So make sure you do those, especially if you're trying to level up when going into the final shape. Then you got your focusing. Focusing on the Vanguard side is going to be just like older weapons, going up to like the most current. You got your Nightfall weapons, and then for that week, typically you will have your Adept one here at the very end. This week is Warden's Law, and then of course you have your regular Warden's Law here, and then the current armor that is available for the Vanguard. Now, side note on the regards to the armor is not really that important as far as focusing. If you're trying to get high stat armor, I would not waste your materials on the vendors. In regards to getting high stat armor, you have better chances going to the helm and using that as a means of getting high stat armor in the game. Now, with today's updates for PvP, that has changed, and we'll talk about that once we get over the shacks. But with all these weapons here, as far as just recommendations of what to go for, empty vessel, very good. Grenade launcher, go with something with like blinding grenades or anything like that is going to be very good. The Strident Whistle or the Nightfall one. The Nightfall one is a lot better, but if you can't do any Grand Masters at the moment to get this, then this is a good replacement here. Get you something here with Incandescent. If you like Funnel Web, this is going to be like the stasis version of it. Not a lot of the same perks, but if you just like that style of SMG, I feel like it's a very good SMG. I love the way it shoots and things of that nature. So if you like Funnel Web, you'll like the Prolonged Engagement. Positive Outlook is another very good weapon. You can use this by getting destabilizing rounds and synergize that with a Void build to create more explosions. Those will be on that part. And then for your Nightfall weapons, Braytech Osprey is a very good rocket launcher. More likely going to get kind of buffed a little bit after March 5th. Warden's Law, very good for DPS and PvE, just because it's a different type of hand cannon. It's a burst damage. Of course, I mentioned the bow. We got Undercurrent. Undercurrent is little brother to what is it called? I can't even think of the name of the raid grenade launcher. It's on the tip of my tongue, but this is a little brother of this. To those who have that from the raid, not as good as this, but it's still a very good wave frame arc grenade launcher. The wave frames are some of my favorite in the game. Uzunami, I haven't played with the new one. I do have an older one, but a lot of people say it's a very good sniper to have. And then we go into the legacy side of things. On the legacy side, like I said, older weapons here, older Nightfall weapons here. As far as good pickups, as far as for the older weapons, main ingredient, very good fusion rifle. Xenoclast, very good with 1-2 punch. Plug one, very good on the fusion rifle side. Hothead, a must have of any weapon out of everything that I tell you today, especially on this side of the legacy stuff. Get yourself a hothead. Just trust me, get yourself a hot head. Malicious Birthright, same thing goes for pretty much the other not rocket launcher, but grenade launcher. Get you some with blinding grenades is very good. Mindbender's Ambition, another very good one. Incandescent, you know the drill when it comes to that when it's solar. Hung Jury, one of the best scout rifles in the game. Another one, a good one to chase. Wendigo, also very good. Get Explosive Light. I want to say Explosive Light Cascade Point, I believe. Yeah, I want to say that comes on this. Explosive Light for sure though. Spike grenades may not matter as much anymore with the buff that's coming soon, so we'll see how that goes. Buzzard, another very good one as well. Of course, we got old armor here. Nothing to really chase unless you just want to have it to be able to use the synth weave over from 801 to use it for fashion purposes in the game. All right, let's make our way over to Shaxx. Now, first things first with Shaxx, today we got a huge This Week in Destiny with a lot of PvP changes. One of the biggest changes is when you do competitive, you'll be able to get Artifice armor. If you don't know what Artifice armor is, it is armor that's going to have very, very high stats, and you have an additional slot to boost those stats even higher if you're trying to get triple 100 bills or quad 100 bills. Very good armor to have, and why those 100s matter, because that's just going to allow your abilities and to allow you to be more tanky when it comes to activities. So that's the reason why that armor is super important. Same thing goes for Shaxx here. Crucible Engram, got your reward track. You got bounties, as I said, do your 8 there. Decoding, as far as weapons to shoot for, must have Riptide. Gotta have it in your inventory. Chill clip auto loading holster is what you want on that. As far as other weapons, Randy's throwing knife, very good if you like scout rifles. Very, very good scout rifle. Unending Tempest, very good SMG to have in PvP. Again, armor, same goes for armor here. These are going to be when you're playing competitive. The more you rank up, you have more chances to focus these particular weapons. These will be 4 that you'll get out of the competitive side of things. And then as far as weapons on here, best thing I would say, Frozen Orbit if you like snipers. The Keening is a very good sidearm also. Like I said, armor, same thing goes for armor as well. All right. Let's go over and talk to the Drifter. Let's talk about the weapons over there. All right, the Drifter is your Gambit vendor. Like I said, same thing always goes the same. Engram, resets, reward track as you progress along through your ranks. Bounties, do your 8 to get a pinnacle. Focusing side of things, Gambit does not have a lot of weapons that are very good in the sandbox. A lot of those weapons need to be tuned. A lot of the older ones are probably the better ones. For example, Trust is one definitely go after with Incandescent on it since it's solar. Breakneck is another very good one, a returning weapon from Gambit as well. It's going to be getting target lock coming into March 5th, so I will definitely be trying to get a breakneck with target lock on it. Same thing goes for the armor over here, guys. And then for weapons on the legacy side, best 2 weapons out of all of them is Gnawing Hunger and Night Watch. Best scout rifle you can have and good auto rifle, both very, very good. Also bottom dollar if you like 120 hand cannons, was a very good weapon when it came out at the time. If you like 120s, also very good. And then you also have pass armor that was in Gambit. This armor here was during the time when we had Gambit Prime, when all these different armors meant different roles that you played in Gambit, but that mode Gambit Prime is no longer in the game anymore. But that is the reason why you have different colors on all of these different armors. But with that being said, guys, I hope that really helps a lot of the new light players get a better understanding of the vendors in the game. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put your questions in the comments. And if you guys found this video very helpful, I would appreciate if you guys gave the video a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, smash that subscribe button, and I will catch you Guardians on the next one.